I would compare my personal style to how I play by being flashy, making big moves.
Hello and welcome everyone to Elite Aspect F125. We are on preseason testing, week 1, day 3, and this is the first session of today. We'll have a second session coming up in just about a couple hours. So 1 hour out there on track today for another round of preseason testing. Done a couple rounds already. From the first day, these were our results. Top 3 finishers from day 1, of course. AMS Vettel, Washi, and Yuri with the top 3 times from day 1. As we look at some of the other times in there, in the 128s, mid 128s to mid 129s, is what we're looking for over these testing sessions, it does look like. And then yesterday we had another testing session. So the top 3 finishers from yesterday were again Vettel, and then Sabuka, and then Rev Rob in the Mercedes. So if we look at their times overall yesterday, pretty much low 128s to the mid 129s. Looking pretty good. I think Bundy's back in here for this session, so you see him there pulling a 129.548, sorry, I believe. So looking to improve on that from yesterday. And then upcoming, as you can see, Round one will be in Australia. We've still got another week of preseason testing. Well, this after this week, we'll move over to Spain and do another 3 days with 2 sessions per day, just to get some more data in of these drivers and get ready to start the F1 season with this new game. Another reason we're doing testing. No assists. Another reason we're doing testing. So yeah, and we have team principals that are going to look over these testing sessions and decide which drivers they plan to draft to fill their team for the upcoming season. So pretty exciting. We've got some drivers out there on some outlaps right now. MDJ is in the Williams, it does look like. When we also have Raphael in the McLaren. Young Light's in the Red Bull today. I've seen him in the Racing Bulls B cards. As we'll take a look at MDJ because it looks he's out there with the first real lap in anger. As we make our way around the circuit of Bahrain. A hairpin of 1 and 2, 3 down this straight, which is a DRS zone. Turn 4, kind of a strange apex. Through 6, 7, and 8, 6 and 7 here. Down to turn 8, as you're coming down the hill, you're changing directions, trying to get the best angle. On the hard compound tires, 9 and 10, very, very difficult as well. Very nice and tidy through there. Look. Oh, sorry, I left the calendar up. Do apologize. Rookie mistake. Didn't be making. As we're still on board with MDJ here. Everybody out there on the hard compound tires. MDJ will put on a 134, but it won't count. You won't see that time. Not that it doesn't count. It certainly does count in the minds of all of us here watching testing. As we take a look at XR8 here. About to finish up a lap. And I think we'll get our first real time here across the line with a 131.8 on those hard compound tires. As AMR looks like he's about to finish up a lap as well. Oh no. Just beginning the lap, sorry. Good traction out of turn 8 there, making his way through to 9-10. Right on board as we head up through turns 11, 12, and 13 are very, very fun. A little bit of it too much there, I do believe. We'll stay on board. $135. Punski's on an outlap. I don't think I got him in here. in the Ferrari, warming the tires up, it looks like. Young lights on the hard compound as well. In the Red Bull, setting up fastest purple first sector there. Again, Elite Aspect F125 preseason testing. Got the corner a little bit there. I didn't like that pylon anyway, he says, as he's making his way down the back DRS straight into turn 11, up the hill with two nice fast right-handers. Crosses the line with a 133. Jay might also be on a push lap. As early going here in preseason testing, day 3 of week 1. This is the first session. We'll be doing another one in another couple hours. 132.712 for MDJ here. As we're not even 10 minutes into the first practice session, I believe Young Lice just might have set the fastest second sector. We'll lose a few tenths there from the rear end stepping out just a touch there, but it does improve to 132 flat. Right on board with AMR Acus. Looks like might have gone for a push lap here. Staying as far wide as possible, almost clipping one of the warning boards. Into turn 8. Trying to keep traction up the hill. Yep, that's a difficult traction zone there. In turn 10. Nice through there. A little bit too much curve on the exit, I think. Up the hill and then down the hill into turn 13. We got a fastest second sector. Took a pretty good time. Was able to keep it in. And did not invalidate this, so this should be a pretty good time, as that's a 130.8. As we've got the Mercedes pulling out of the pits of King Kong. About to put in a lap. Looks like Rafa might be putting in a lap here, so we're right on board a whole lap with Rafael here. A little bit deep into 1. Gonna compromise the exit from 2 to 3, of course, but it looks to recover pretty well there. turns 6 and 7. Gonna pass this first sector here. Hopefully can avoid some traffic at the end of the lap. There's that beautiful turn 10. Very well done. Lost a little bit on the curb there. Nice through turn 12, keeping it on. Fastest second sector as well. Could be on for a pretty good lap here. No pressure on getting the final one right. Make sure you don't cut that corner or come out too wide. Very well done. Very nice lap here, it looks like. Goes to the top with a 130.585. King Kong is out there in the Mercedes on the medium tires. Doesn't appear to be on a full push lap. Bundy on an out lap. Young Light's still going around the hard compounds. Doesn't look to be on a push lap. Check out what Bundy's doing on the medium compound tires as he begins his lap. And up to turn 4. Burning some energy, so let's pass this first sector. Didn't validate the lap going wide there out of turn 7. Makes his way down in turn 10. Such a tricky little. And decides to back out of it. I fell already with a 130.5. It looks like to be on another push lap on the hard compounds. There was a purple first sector, I missed it. Two Red Bulls working together here. Bundy puts in another slow lap, but I mean, I don't think that was a full run. He put a time, it counted as a time, but it wasn't a lap that he was doing. Now he's in the slipstream of his teammate for today. On the medium tires. Hopefully dirty air effect, I don't know, it looks like it, if that's any, as that is a purple first sector. Be careful with the Williams. I thought from Young Light's ahead of him. Power's up through turn 11 and 12 here. Nice and tidy, it looks to me. Pretty good lap here, I think, from Bundy. 130.3 on the medium compounds, of course. Young Lights pulls over, didn't know they were racing. As we pick a check in on Raphael as he makes his way. Oh, I didn't know that that would do it. Thought he kept that in. Might have backed out of it a little bit. Lenski's still out there, just putting in laps, it looks like. Yeah, 5 lap old hards. MDJ doing the same thing. Young Lights Raphael just putting in laps on the hard compound tires. We've had AMR Akis come out with a medium, so we'll keep an eye on them. We're looking at MDJ maneuvering through the final 2 turns here. Yeah, it's open for a short bit to cross the line. 130.32.3. So that would have been an improvement. But it wasn't invalidation. So I'm trying to show you guys the times they do anyway. Bundy still with the 130.3 on the mediums. Young Lights with the 135.54 on the hards to start this session off. Still got 40 minutes to go. Long time in this practice session. Onski's coming into the pits. Yeah, Young Lights, Raphael, MDJ, Onski all did about 20-minute stints on those hard compound tires. AMR and Bundy, a little bit less, came out on some mediums. We still see the 2 Red Bulls line astern here, maybe helping each other out. We did see some of that slipstream effect maybe work for Bundy a little bit ago. It looks as though Young Lights might be on a hard tire push lap here. We'll check in on Bundy behind him who came into the pits. Got the tires to use. Validation and backs out there. Raphael might be on a push lap here. Conserving energy there. Definitely driving. A little shallow. Turn there. Steep. Got a little tight there. Young Light's still out there on the hard compound tires, pushing along, just turning laps in. So we see different strategies from different drivers. As far as how they take on a practice session. And testing as this is. Yeah, 20 minutes gone, just turning in the laps. Picking on King Kong on the soft compound tires. Maybe they just haven't quite warmed up yet because he had to just come out on them. This track is known for tire wear. Very nice through there. $1:33.405. I'd run a cool down lap and run those softs again. Bundy's still on an out lap, warming those tires up, but let's right on board with the mediums again. DRS open as we exit turn 2 and 3. Run down in turn 4. Got the foot in there pretty well. Turn 8 was rather tidy as well. In turn 10. Very nice. Fastest second sector so far. This is actually looking like a pretty good lap. May break that 130. On the mediums, that's pretty good. Oh, 130.1, okay. Close. Benchmark set on the mediums. Young Light's still cruising on those hard tires. I think Oneski has improved with a 132.659 now on the mediums. Doesn't look to be pushing too hard anyway, so I think just putting the laps in. Got Link's piece here. He's not on a push lap. So maybe one more warm-up lap on those hard compound tires. We'll check back in just a minute. Bundy should be on a cool-down lap. A bit of an exit there, turn 4. Nobody behind him. He's in good shape, MDJ. He's been putting in laps on those hard compounds as well, so around here in Bahrain, maybe feeling it. He's not on a lap. I think we'll check out Link's piece here in just a moment. Young Lights has set the fastest first sector on the hard compound tires. Bundy may be on a push lap as well. Not using too much battery for Link's piece here in the Aston Martin. Check in on Young Lights as he did set the fastest first sector, I believe. .348. Raphael real close. Pulled off to the side of the road. King George lets Links around. Luca's back out on there on track. He had some pretty good quick times yesterday. I think had a little bit of an issue with the lobby. Even on a push lap here. Bundy comes into the pits again. And Light's still pushing on those hard compound tires. MDJ coming out of the pits. Links is now on a lap. As we'll see the change in direction through turns 5, 6, and 7 here. And a turn 8. Might have had a rear end lockup on that one to get that squirrely. Raphael again. Yeah, on a push lap on the medium compound. Was able to get away with that one. That's the second sector and came out of turn 13 pretty nice there. And we do see our first time under 130, but that 129.576 there for Raphael in the McLaren. The time's starting to drop halfway through here. I'm trying to stay on MDJ because he's got fresh mediums and might stay out there for a little bit. Bundy's put on the soft compound tires. Is on an out lap. Young Light's mediums is on an out lap. Keep an eye on Bundy here for a bit. Bundy pulls in the pits after doing a 129 flat. Doesn't look like he's pushing on too much. Links P's still out there putting some laps in on the hard compound tires. King George into the pits. Poison Harbor has joined. We're calling an outlap on Zero lap old mediums. Now on a fast lap. He's got the Aston Martin in front of him. Let's get far enough away up the road that it doesn't interfere too much. It's gonna get a nice tow down this little this one back straight, second back straight, I guess. 128.247 on the medium compound tires. Very nice from Sabuka there. Next piece, pushing on. One ski is put on a set of softs, but is he going to get a lap here? I think maybe on one, or was trying to be on one. Check back on one ski. He makes another round. Those Raphael and Young Lights into the pits. Bundy now starting a lap in the Red Bull on the medium compound tires. Go deep into one. Over to recover. Let's put in, opens the DRS. Uses some energy. We'll slide into turn 8 there. And manage to keep the car under control. We'll have to adjust there. Gonna back out of that lap, it looks like. Oh, one's getting into the pit. King Kong here. And Mercedes making his way down the turn 8. 9, 10. DRS open, pushing on the soft compound tires. Definitely improving. $131,357 moves up to 7th. One ski coming out of the pits. Links in the pits. Sabuka on an outlap. I'll be pushing it again. MDJ here is not plugging battery. Hasn't been using it. And they're trying to keep an eye on all the drivers so everybody gets to be seen by team principals. Up on his first sector, so is improving. Already with a 129.729. Very respectable. As we're getting into the final 15 minutes, as we see 128.247 leads the way. Let's go ahead and remind everybody of what we saw on Thursday for the first round as far as drivers. AMS Vettel with a 127.7. Mr. Washi close behind with a 127.9. We see a lot of drivers on that 128. We're seeing some of our times starting to come down towards that as we finish up this practice session. And then yesterday in Series 2, overall of the both practice sessions, we again saw Vettel with a 127.618. He's not in this session, of course. But Spook again with a 128 is at a 0.25. So already just beat that, I believe, with a 127.8. Times are coming down as drivers are finishing up this practice session. We're next to turn one there. Five and six here. Turn 8, very nice. PRS zone on the back stretch, heading up to turn 11, climb the hill. Lost the rear end, wasn't able to keep it. Apologies. Able to recover. Again, no assist in this league, so a lot of these drivers are trying to get used to this. And we applaud them for their commitment. There's a lot of drivers into the pits right now. Only not all a push lap. The car looks pretty good with the medium compound tires on it, the yellow with the yellow rims. Keep an eye on Link's piece here. There's a little push lap, but a lot of the drivers are in the pits. Maybe starting a push lap here on the mediums. Plenty of time left. Do another push lap here. Come in, put on some softs, and at least get 2 really good push laps on the softs in before time expires here. But Sabuka leading the way today so far with a 127.804. I expect to see Young Lights, Raphael, Bundy, pretty much everybody put on a set of softs and really go for it here. And most of them coming out for their owl laps, prepping our leaders for today's session. He's still on the medium tires, so hasn't come in to put some soft on. Using some batteries, so hopefully on for a good lap here. And RT Sabuka is beginning his lap. Not bad through turn 13 there for Link's piece here. We got 14.15 right. Open the DRS for a short bit and 130.219. I believe that was an improvement. As third driver on a lap that hasn't been validated. The top 3 have. And more with MDJ. And for another what looks like to be a hot lap is number 3 have been validated, so those times won't stand. We're riding along with MDJ here. Benchmark set from Sambuca with a 127.804. Fastest times of yesterday and the day before was a 127.8, I believe, somewhere right in there. So the leaders all still in the pits. An improvement from MDJ. Nice improvement as well. Doing a 128.888. Good lap from MDJ there. I think we were able to witness all of that, so. All appears to be pushing here. Turn 11. Pick up the inside of turn 12. Make their way to the outside. 13 with that tricky apex. It's so satisfying when you get it right. Not much battery left to burn here. Continuing to push. Was a 10th up on his best time, it looks like, so that was a little improvement there. lot of drivers on out laps as of right now. MDJ, I think, is more on an in lap. Didn't look like he was going to go for it again. Oh, an invalidation. Is he going to step out of it? Or is he going to try to... Go back out on the softs. Pushing hard as well. Watch his lap. Comes across the first sector and is 200s up. Set the fastest first sector, beating himself by only 22 thousandths of a second. Turn 12. Nicely done through there. Let's go out of the way. Oh, beautiful through turns 14 and 15 there. That change 127.804. That must have been a 128 from what I just saw. Okay. Going slowly. Onski's out there on not a push lap, I don't believe. Maybe about to start one though. I think I saw the leaders mostly let up. Young Lex is just trying to get back to the pits, I believe. DJ in the pits, Bundy in the pits. There we go, the Lynx piece on a hot lap. Interesting. Maybe just that brake bias just a touch more forward. Keep that rear from stepping out when they're braking. I'm gonna push on. Put time on the board, or it won't be on the board, but at least we'll see it. Really nice through turn 13 there. .130 flat. An improvement of 0.2 it would have been. Onesie saving everything for this last push lap. Maybe. Not bad through the first few turns there. Oh, probably got thrown off a little bit there. Can't really say that the Waynes did anything wrong. Tried to get out of the way, of course. As the top 5 are on out laps. Which one's furthest up on track? Like Bundy? Young Lights might be starting a lap. Raphael's the furthest back. The Book is probably starting a lap. Is it Young Lights first? I think Bundy's right behind him. Oh, and an invalidation. Bundy's the next one on track. Timer has stopped, so nobody's going to get another run. So last look at the drivers as they come around. Oh, an invalidation from Bundy there, unfortunately. Whoa! Having some blood at the end of practice, I see. That's okay. I'm not gonna fault you for that. Once will be the last one to cross the line here. Only 2/10 off. So, good final lap, push lap there. As that's gonna do it for Elite Aspect F1 25. This is day 3 of our first week of practice sessions. And that's going to do it for session 1 here of this final day of testing in Bahrain. We'll be back next week with 6 more sessions in Spain over the course of 3 days. And then, but stay tuned, in about another hour we'll be doing another 1 hour practice session and getting data on these drivers. So not a bad session there. Sabuka very, very close to his time. That 127.8, I think, beat his time from yesterday. And is right there as far as the other drivers from, the top drivers from day 1 and day 2. So yeah, that'll do it for session 1 here on day 3. Young Lights again. But Bahrain is tricky. You get so many invalidations. These are the only times we see. But there are some better times out there than some of these drivers. It's just an invalidation. Unfortunate. So, but that's going to do it for this practice session. And we'll see you guys back in an hour to wrap up this week's sessions here on day 3 here in Bahrain. So we'll see you guys back in just a little bit.